Everyone envies my wife for having such good luck. Married a perfect husband. But how could they possibly know? The 10 years since marriage, I slept with over 300 women outside. To be honest, every time I go home, seeing my wife who's taking care of the kids, I don't feel guilty at all. On the contrary, they feel completely justified in doing so. My name is Lao Zhou. I'm 40 years old this year. Typical post-80s generation. Working as a purchaser in a large company. I have a son who is in the 3rd grade of elementary school. There's also a daughter who's in kindergarten. 7 o'clock every morning. I'll get up on time. Make them 2 over-easy eggs. Then drive them to school. Weekend. I'll sit with them on the carpet and watch Paw Patrol. Watching while learning to bark like a dog. Making the children giggle. Don't you find it incredible? A man who takes great care of his child every day. How is it possible to turn around like that? Just lying in hotel beds with different women. Actually, all of this had been predictable all along. A person's fate is often determined by their family of origin. I was born into a family with both parents working in a small county town. Living in an old residential compound for unit employees. The hallway is always filled with a mixture of Sichuan peppercorn and coal smoke. My dad and my mom are typical partners in marriage. My mom has an extremely domineering personality. Speaking like a knife. My dad is the kind of person who... A stick can't make a fart out of a dumbbell. I'll never forget this in my entire life. That afternoon when I was 4 or 5 years old. That day, my dad was sweeping the floor. There's a dead corner behind the door. He didn't notice. Left behind a small pile of dust and a piece of candy wrapper. It's just such a trivial matter. My mom saw it when she went to get the broom. Got furious in an instant. Pointing at my dad and cursing like that. Are you blind? Can't you see this huge pile of trash? What else can you do all day but eat? Marrying you is the worst decision I've ever made in my life. My mom's fingers. It's almost touching my dad's nose tip. My dad criticized me thoroughly, calling me good for nothing from head to toe. Including his relatives back in his hometown. Everyone was scolded once. My dad, I don't know what happened to him that day. He never says a word on normal days. That day, his face suddenly turned red. Smashed the broom hard onto the ground. Shouting at me while pointing at my mom. I've had enough of you. You keep pushing me like this. I'll die right now for you to see. He rushed over to the window. One leg has already been stepped out. If it were a normal woman, it's definitely time to go down now. But my mom didn't. She sneered. Crossed arms in front of the chest. She looked at my dad as if he were a stray dog. Jump or else you're a loser. I really want to see if you can die from falling today. My dad stared at my mom for a few seconds. Without saying another word, he simply turned over and jumped down. A muffled thud. Fortunately, our house is on the 2nd floor. Below is muddy ground. My dad isn't dead, but the thigh is fractured. The bone fragments are almost piercing through the trouser legs. Blood everywhere. I was so scared that I cried loudly. My mom ran downstairs. Seeing all that blood on the ground, he was actually panicked too. But when my dad painfully raised his head, the moment their eyes met, I can see clearly. My mom's gaze. In an instant, it became extremely fierce and repulsive again. Later, I grew up. Ask him what he was actually thinking at that time. He was picking vegetables while doing that, saying nonchalantly that it's nothing serious. It's just annoying to see him act so pathetic. For some reason, I feel an inexplicable anger inside me. I wish he'd just disappear already. After that incident, they got divorced. My dad walked, limping on one leg. Pay 50 yuan per month on time as living expenses, but I never saw him again. Since then, I etched those words into my heart. There's no such thing as love in this world at all. Marriage is nothing more than two people tearing at each other in a cage, until one of them is bitten to death. Of course, people always make some silly mistakes when they're young. There's always that little bit of unrealistic fantasy lingering. I'm in my early 20s. I also felt romantic feelings in college. She's the one in my life, the only woman I ever truly loved with all my heart. That was during the club recruitment event. She was wearing a white dress with no decorations at all. Hair was tied up casually, just standing under the tree smiling at me. At that moment, my head went buzz. It really feels so clean. I've never met a girl who's this clean in my entire life. I started chasing after her like a madman. I'm not very tall, not even good looking. The only option is to waste time and money in the most inefficient way possible. 6:30 every morning, I'll go queue up, buy the steamed buns and soy milk from her favorite shop, holding it close to the chest, afraid it'll get cold, standing downstairs from her dormitory, waiting for her. He casually mentioned which mountains were beautiful. I'll work part-time distributing flyers on weekends, save money to take him hiking. Later, he was moved. We're together now. The first 6 months, I thought I had broken the curse of my original family. I think I'm someone who deserves to be loved. But over time, my dull and boring nature was exposed. I won't say any sweet nothings, nor will it create any romance. Gradually, he started avoiding me. Start looking for various excuses. I'm not going out to eat tonight because I need to finish my paper. I'm busy with club activities on weekends. I thought he was really busy. Until one day, I accidentally clicked on his QQ profile in an internet cafe. I noticed that his profile picture has changed. It's a female character from a cartoon couple avatar, and another person in our club who's really good at playing the guitar. The profile picture of a very handsome guy. It happens to be that male head. I ran to his dormitory and called him out. I wasn't angry at all. I just asked him with red eyes, "Are you two together now?" I thought he would lie, would cry and beg me for forgiveness. As a result, he simply smoothed his hair back calmly, gave me a look with their eyes. It's strikingly similar to the way my mom looked at my dad back then. I'm no longer interested in you. Being with you is so boring. Let's break up. Not a single word of apology. Turned around and went upstairs. That night, I smoked an entire pack of cheap cigarettes on the playground. I feel like I'm about to cough up my lungs from smoking so much. That is, on that night. That thing in my heart called love. It's completely rotten and turned into a mess of mud. I told myself, don't be silly. Being nice to women is pointless. Love is nothing but nonsense. After graduating from university, I joined a large company as a purchasing officer. There's plenty of money, so there are also many social obligations. Over the years, I've become more worldly and sophisticated. I've also managed to save a little money. It was also at this time I met my current wife. She's the daughter of my dad's old comrade in arms. When we were kids, our families got along well. When we met at the company cafeteria, we were all stunned for a moment. Later, there were more and more business trips. We just ended up together naturally. Do I love him? Absolutely not. But we're a good match in terms of our qualifications requirements. It's time for them to get married. Both sets of parents know each other very well. It's like a transaction with clearly stated prices. We got married without saying a word to each other, because I'm afraid of repeating my parents' mistakes. 2 years before getting married, I went to great lengths to do it. Avoid any situation that might lead to arguments. I know who in the family gets into arguments the most over who cooks. Whoever does the dishes gets to set the rules. We never cook at home. We've almost visited every fly restaurant in Chengdu and high-end restaurants, eaten them all. I never keep my house clean. Spend 150 yuan per week. Call a handyman to do a thorough cleaning. During those 2 years, we treated each other with respect, like guests treating their host. It's quite harmonious indeed. But everything changed completely in the year my son was born. After she gave birth to the baby, the whole person has completely changed. The doctor said, this is postpartum depression combined with severe delusions of persecution. She's nervous every single day. As long as my mom gets close to the crib, she would rush over like a mad woman. Hold the child tightly in your arms. With red eyes, I yelled at my mom, don't touch him. What do you want to do? I saw the look in your eyes just now. You want to harm my son. Isn't that right? Sometimes I am awakened in the middle of the night by his screams. He sat on the bed with his hair tousled. Pointing to the corner, he said someone there wanted to steal a child. That home no longer has the scent of food. Only endless crying, screams, and my mom's sighs. Once I got upset at work. I want to get a good night's sleep when I get home. She suddenly smashed a baby bottle at my feet. Glass shards were scattered all over the floor. Why don't you look at your mom? She just secretly fed the child. Don't know what it is. I looked at the mess on the floor. Looking at his distorted, hysterical face again, I suddenly smelled that familiar scent from my childhood. Suffocating smell. What he looks like now. When my mom pointed at my dad and scolded him back then. Exactly the same. I didn't jump off a building like my dad did. I didn't say a single word. Turned around, opened the door, and walked out. From then on, that home became like a hotel to me. I'll hide if I can. I started going to nightclubs with my colleagues from the department more frequently. Men hanging out together, drunk too much. The second half definitely won't just involve singing. Once, the foreman brought in 7 or 8 young girls, standing in a line, wearing revealing clothes. Most of them were fiddling with their hair and batting their eyelashes there. But my gaze, suddenly I was attracted by the girl on the farthest side. She seems to be in her early 20s, with a vacant stare, even a little uneasy. Curiously, I examined the leather sofas in the private room, and expensive imported spirits. I lit a cigarette, pointed at him. Let's go with him. His name is Xiang. Tell me you just graduated from high school. There's a sick younger brother at home. Extremely short of money. I heard from locals that it's easy to make money here. Plus himself. I'm also curious about this world full of distractions. Just ran over. This is the standard sad story act performed by nightclub girls. I'm too lazy to expose the lie. Anyway, I'm just interested in his youth. That night, I took him to a 5-star hotel. He's very inexperienced, unskilled, like a puppet. But I looked at his clean face, that twisted desire to conquer in one's heart. I felt extremely satisfied. After we finished, I transferred 5,000 yuan to him. His eyes lit up. Later, I became one of his main financiers. He likes anime and manga. I just buy him all kinds of expensive cosplay costumes. He's dressed like Rem today. Wear a sailor outfit tomorrow. Dress up as Mai Shiranui the day after tomorrow. Actually, I have no idea what 2D even means. I'm just enjoying this sense of control. As long as I spend money, I can make him become whatever I want him to be. Once he took me to play a murder mystery game. That was my first time coming into contact with this thing. In a dimly lit room, holding a few pieces of paper, I start to pretend to be someone else. In that script-based murder mystery game, my character is a perverted murderer. I need to deceive everyone, cover up my crimes. At that moment, I suddenly felt incredibly excited. Because in real life, I'm also playing a role. A hypocritical good dad and good husband. I tricked everyone in the murder mystery game. Just like in reality. Deceived my wife just like I deceived my colleagues around me. Because Xiang is short of money, he later also brought along several others who were just like him. Just started messing around, getting into trouble. Girls who want to make quick money, please introduce yourselves to me. During that time, I was completely insane. I frequently have sex with these young bodies. I'm on them, looking for that kind of thrill that comes without any responsibility. Every time I leave the hotel, I always wash off the perfume on my body first. Snell pushes open the door. I can actually act like nothing's wrong at all. Smiling, I poured a cup of hot water for my wife. Spend a few more words with her. You can learn to see through people's hypocrisy. I keep switching back and forth between these two extreme identities. It even became an addiction over time. During the mask-wearing period in 2022, I'm going to Guizhou on a business trip. At that time, the policies were very strict. I just checked into the hotel. The entire area has been locked down. I'm trapped in that budget hotel. Was completely crazy for over 20 days. I'm from out of town, with no relatives or friends. All the guests in the hotel ran away at that time. Only me and a young girl at the front desk are left. She's a typical post-2000s generation person. Chubby and plump. She has 2 dimples when she smiles. It's so sweet, every day, besides bringing me boxed meals. It's just playing honor of kings at the front desk. That kind of enclosed space. Extreme boredom. Plus the fear of the unknown. It easily creates the illusion that people are dependent on each other for survival. Within a few days, he started coming to my room with his phone in hand. Let me help him get better at the game. We sat at the head of the bed, drinking the cheap beer at the hotel, eating the instant noodles he had secretly hidden. It makes perfect sense. With a little alcohol to help, we slept together. During those 20 days, we were like a couple in a passionate relationship, living together. He'll be there while I'm taking a bath. Suddenly rushed in to play a prank. She cuddled my arm and acted coquettishly. Should I buy him game skins? I even had an illusion. Thought I had become younger once again. Later, the risk control measures were lifted. I packed my luggage and went to the front desk.
He's
Giggling, laughing softly. I watched him. I'm actually a bit complicated inside. I said I'm going back now.
He didn't even lift his head.
Fingers continued to swipe across the screen. Said it in a completely nonchalant manner, just, oh. Then take care on your way, okay? I stood there frozen. I thought he'd at least be a little disappointed. They even asked if I want to stay in touch. At that moment, I suddenly understood. In the eyes of their generation, those born in the 2000s, the feelings have long since changed. Being responsible in marriage is just a joke to them. That's true. It coincides perfectly with my own twisted set of values. Since no one believes in true love anyway, then all that's left is just physiological needs. Among all these people, the person who made my heart flutter a little was Xiaoli. Xiaoli is my mortal rival in business. We're about the same age. She's a typical strong-willed woman. Acts with decisiveness and efficiency. Wears professionally tailored suits to every meeting. Wearing stilettos. Wearing lipstick in a bright red color. For a profit margin of just 2 or 3 percentage points. The two of us could bang on the table in the meeting room, arguing for half an hour. I've always thought that this woman is a heartless miser. The turning point happened during a business trip to Hangzhou. It was almost 11 p.m. that night. I suddenly remembered a tiny flaw in the contract. If not confirmed immediately, there might be serious problems with the signing tomorrow. I picked up the materials and went to knock on his door. The door opened and I was stunned.
He wasn't wearing his usual suit, which resembled armor.
Instead, she was wearing a black silk pajama with a deep V-neck. Hair, half dry, draped over the shoulders. Still holding half a glass of red wine in my hand. The room was filled with a luxurious, woody fragrance, mixed with the smell of alcohol. We sat down on the sofa. I showed him the problems with the contract. He watched it casually, nodded and said she understood. The business discussions are over. I stood up and said it was too late. I'll go back now.
He didn't move, just picked up his glass and took a sip.
Look up at me. There was a kind of exhaustion in her eyes that I had never seen before. Old Joe called out to me. Let's have a drink and chat together. It's quite quiet in this room when there's only one person here. That night, she told me. She's been divorced for 3 years. My ex-husband cheated on me. A young one. The girl bravely chose to leave the marriage with nothing. Just want custody of the child. During the day, I'm at the company. Fight you with bayonets like a real man. At night, looking at the empty house and the sleeping child, I'm actually terrified to the point of trembling. He leaned on my shoulder. Tears wetted my shirt. That night, we didn't discuss deals worth millions. We just ended up lying in bed like that, naturally enough. Like two wild animals that have been thirsty in the desert for a long time. Crazily acting on the other person. Absorb that pitiful little amount of moisture and the so-called warmth. Actually, I really felt something for Shaoli. Why? Because of her. I saw a reflection of my wife from those days. Before my wife had children. She's also a woman who shines in the workplace. It's about giving birth to a child. It's depression. She was trapped in that house that was over 100 square meters in size. Completely disconnected from society. Now, my wife has to go out just to negotiate the water bill with the property management. Everyone gets nervous and stutters. If my wife were still in the workforce, probably just as capable as Shaoli. Shaoli is asking me out more and more often. We're both looking for a substitute in each other. But I know very well in my heart, it's impossible between us. We're too similar to each other. They're all completely selfish. People who only love themselves. We're just releasing energy that has nowhere to go. Just keeping each other warm. The me of now. I still go to nightclubs from time to time. Go to the hotel to find new thrills. I can't quit this addiction anymore. So, does my wife know? Women are all Holmeses. How could she not know? Once the pants I took off, in the pocket. Forgot to bring out the receipt for the hotel reservation. Wait until I get home from work. That receipt was neatly placed there. Left on the coffee table in the living room. My palms were covered in sweat at that time. I'm all set. He made a huge scene. Throwing things around in a fit of anger, preparing for a divorce. I even managed to find my lawyer friend's phone number. But he didn't. He sat calmly on the sofa, knitting a sweater for his daughter. He glanced up at me. The calm tone of voice is actually frightening. Add another $3,000 to next month's living expenses. My son wants to sign up for an English enrichment class. It's time to renew my daughter's piano lessons too. I was stunned. I sat down across from her, lit a cigarette. With slightly trembling hands, I asked her if she didn't mind. He sneered. Put down the sweater in your hands. Look me straight in the eyes. Old Joe, how are you having fun out there? I can't do anything about it. Don't want to bother with it either. As long as you return to this home every day, deposit the money into my card on time every month. Don't bring any contagious diseases back and infect your children. The rest is up to you. At that moment, I suddenly felt a chill down my spine. There's no love in our marriage. There's not even any hatred left. Only one barefaced transaction remains. I bought my freedom and his silence with money. He tolerated it. In exchange, he and his children now have no worries about food and clothing. Have I ever thought about getting a divorce? I thought about it, but as soon as I closed my eyes, you can see me when I was 4 or 5 years old. The blood all over the floor where my dad jumped from the second floor. And my mom's cold gaze. My parents' divorce caused me too much harm in my life. He turned me into a monster who doesn't even know what love is. I will never let my children to go through again what I've already experienced. Absolutely not. Even for the sake of these 2 children, I also need to keep this home going. And even if I get divorced, find another woman, I still won't love him. In this world, I probably won't ever find anyone like my wife again. being able to reach such a pathological agreement with me. A woman who's perfectly compatible with me. And he's been detached from society for so many years. Left me alone. It's simply not possible to support two people with this income. Children were destined to be tied together, to rot away in this stagnant pool for the rest of my life. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll still get up on time. Make 2 over-easy eggs for the kids. Heat the milk properly. I'm still considered a good father in their eyes. The husband who seems perfect in the eyes of outsiders. As for my soul, long since lost track of which hotel's bedsheet it got stuck on. 123. Zhao Liu is still so serious even when resting. He's really used to it. Your photo is way too casual, uncared for. Just make a note of it. What are you looking at? It's just a soldier, nothing special. Sunshine self-discipline. Down-to-earth practical. Who are you referring to? No one. Hello. Hello there. Just saw that you followed me. I think your posts are quite clean and tidy. Are you tired from training every day? Tired, but I've gotten used to it with you. It's not too bad either. Yunnan is so beautiful. What you took looks great too. Whenever I see something beautiful, I want to send it to you. How do you buy this? Happy birthday. For the first time, let's be more formal. Zhao Tian, I really want to pursue you seriously. Let's wait a little longer. I'm afraid if we get too close too quickly, I might end up hurting you in the end. It also consumes the bond between us. Then I'll wait. The clouds look beautiful today. I also have sunset colors on my end. Does that mean we're looking at the same sky? Calculate. So can I call you my girlfriend now? Really? Really? Then I'll be really good to you from now on. Is this blueberry sweet? It's really sweet, so he should like it. Is there enough money to spend? That's enough. Don't worry about it anymore. You definitely feel embarrassed to say it, right? Once I mention it, I'll definitely buy something delicious to eat. I'm almost there. I'll wait for you at the exit. I'm a little nervous. I too am a little sweet person. You're even more beautiful in person than in the video. You're more nervous in person than in the photos. There are a bit too many people. I'm afraid you'll get lost. Then hold on tight. A little more to the left, and then a little more. Stop it like this. Grab. Caught it. You're pretty impressive. Remember to eat the blueberries. Don't spoil it. You ran all this way just to bring me these things. And to see you again. Next time I'll come to find you. Go. 2, 3. Are you tired today? Just finished training. Then you should rest first. I'll get back to you later. You must be very tired today. Seeing you takes away all my tiredness. Still so talkative. Really? Oh, come here. You've given me something to eat again. Afraid you won't eat. I really did eat it. Then eat a little more. Wow. Sure, Jiao. It's such a large box. Let's take a little more. It's definitely different when someone cares about you. My sister-in-law is really thoughtful. Bought it, but won't ship it. I want to give it to her with my own hands. She's really good at it. She deserves it. You really came. I said I'd come. When was it bought? Bought secretly on the way. Isn't this kind of scary? If you're scared, hold on to me tight. Then I'll hurry up right now. Approved. Happy month ahead. You even prepared this. I want to give it to you with my own hands. Thank you, Jiao. Do you like it? If not, just take a look. Really don't like it. Let's go, no need to buy anything. Wait for me here. I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, okay. Are you sure you want this? Please wrap up the troublesome items. Didn't you go to the bathroom? On the way. How could it be such a convenient route? As long as you like it, that's enough. I really feel guilty. Why can't I be with you in the military? You've been wronged. I'm never around. We're really fine. Remember to let me know when you get there. Arrived. Be careful during training.
Take care of yourself too.
The signal here is terrible. Even a little bit is enough. Missing my girlfriend again. Are you busy today? A little bit. Why didn't you tell me? There's nothing more to say. You can't help anyway. Did I do something wrong? Your complexion doesn't look right. It's okay, we've stopped arguing. I don't know. I just want to know if you actually care at all. Jiao, we're all adults now. What does that mean? Can you be more mature? Don't be so childish. I don't mean to cause a fight. I'm just too afraid of losing you. I'm tired. I'm tired. Don't say such things. I don't want to go any further. I really changed. I truly did. I don't like you anymore. Never loved anyone. Wish you happiness in the future.